Welcome back to the Beta World. If you didn't watch the last video, I came to the realization that either of these tunnel directions has to travel like 1,700 blocks before they reach an area that doesn't have snow, which is not great, but at the same time, that allows us to do tunnels that are quite crazy. I, however, am starting to feel that maybe we should do this in the Nether instead and skip the whole underground transport system. What did I call it? Subterranean transport system. But I'm not sure. If we went in the negative directions, it would be quite faster, right? That was only like 400 blocks until we reached a known snow area. But as I have talked about before, when you are in a negative coordinates in these versions, you have no real ore spawns, and it's overall not a great experience. So you want to stick to the positive coordinates. But that, of course, means that we will have to find a way to do this. So like right now, I'm leaning towards just digging this out, not in a video necessarily, but maybe do a stream or something of me just sitting digging for 10 hours or something silly like that in just one direction. But I haven't decided yet really what to do. But the plan for today is quite simple. We have a bunch of materials here, and last time we went on an exploration and plopped down an I call it an outhouse, but a little bit of a what can you call it? Like a little location, like a little nice cozy hut, right? And I kind of want to do something similar today, where we just run around and place down these stories around the world, as well as planting some trees, because I have an idea that I want to show you. So obviously we have this nice taiga forest here, right? And I cannot plant spruce trees, so we cannot make it more filled up or whatever. But what we could do, and why I've saved these saplings, is make a man-made forest in one of the directions, which you has to pass through if you want to go to one of the other areas that we will build in the future. So the positive is obviously this direction and this direction. I'm thinking we went that way last time, came back that way. In that direction, it seems to be more woods and taigas, and I kind of want to leave that alone. But this direction was mostly wastes. So we are going to head in this direction and create some sort of man-made forest with a little bit of a lumberjack hut or something like that. That's the plan for today. I really like how this ended up, by the way. I think it's very cute. And then it's not called a bridge. What is this called? Harbor? No, it's not a harbor. A harbor is a big thing. It's like a small little port, whatever. In Swedish, it's brygga. That's why I'm confusing it with bridge, but that's not what it's called. I can't remember. But yeah, here, right? We see this is already mixed forest, right? Birch, oak, and spruce. And I just thought we could make this way thicker and way more wooded, basically. It won't make sense because this is obviously ice plains or something, so oak shouldn't be able to grow here. But I don't think that matters too much. And yeah, let's just spam down some saplings, I guess. This will require quite a lot of saplings. Luckily, I brought a few. You never really realize how many are actually needed in order to create like a forest until you're doing it. I tried to make a forest in my beta world I had, but I ended up scrapping that idea because I planted down like 4 stacks of sapling and wasn't even close to fill out the area. That's why I picked this as well. Because this is a smaller area, right, that's already connected to a forest. So if I fill this area up, it doesn't require as much resource. But I found a little spot over there where I will put down the lumberjack house. I'll show you in a sec. There we go. I think that's enough. But yeah, when this grows up, it just feels a bit more complete, I guess. We could fill off this beach with grass as well to make it even more of a forest type feel, right? But that will have to wait. But I found a little area here that I cleared out that I think we will put our Lambiak hut in. I quite like it. It's a nice coast over the frozen lake, right? And I'm guessing since we're still very close to the Viking village that for this to make sense it would need to be the same sort of feel and look, right? This will most likely be the first stop on the STTS as well, subterranean transport system. So we should probably have some storage in here or something, I guess, for saplings and everything, right? Although, as I said that, I wanted to try out the minecart with chest thing, right? We might get to that later today, actually. Depends on how much time I have. I also want to mine out the tunnels, but I don't think that will be on camera all the way. I already have an episode where I did that, so don't want to repeat myself. But yeah, I think we could actually do that today. Mess around a bit with rails and minecart with chests, because I got some iron last time when we were down in the mines. So I should have enough materials to at least test it out. But yeah, we're just gonna do the slanted roof here like we did in the Viking village, since this is probably a little outpost for the story to make sense, right? And I wish I had gravel now, because then I could make a little path. But because farmland doesn't exist, right? So I will need to come back with that later. But slanted roof time. I actually think we will need to go one step up this time, because this is a bigger house. I don't want it to look weird. I am studying currently programming, web programming, which is why I have time to make videos like this, obviously. And for this next semester that is starting, we are going to look into .NET, which I'm really looking forward to, because I like working on the web, right? I'm gonna explain this for you that aren't interested in programming, so you don't get bored. In a way, so you understand. Sorry, a simple little way to tell you about it. But so usually when you do web programming, you work directly for the web, right? And you have a specific language that you speak in to make it work for everyone's web browser, right? You can make applications or shops or whatever. And I found that to be fun, but not the absolute greatest. So now we're going to look into .NET, which is Microsoft's own framework. It is more used. It is still used for over the internet to communicate, right? But it's more used for stuff like when you're on the bus, you might have a display that shows what how far you are away from the station or what the next station is, stuff like that. You when they communicate to each other, and also when you are looking at the well, the bus is a perfect example. When you are at a bus stop, you might have a display there that shows you when the next bus is coming, stuff like that, right? That's .NET. And I think I will enjoy that more, in all honesty, because, well, I love systems, as you can tell from my Minecraft worlds. I really love making small pieces fit together well. So I think it will be a lot of fun. And it will most likely be what I work with in the future anyway, because the jobs for the web are way harder to get as they are more popular, right? A lot of artistic people, not autistic, artistic people are more drawn to that side because they want to design web pages, make it look cute, all of that. I am not one of those people. I always get minus points for my designs, which is fine, but I'm not surprised about it or anything. But I'm just more drawn into making systems. Like when I made some games when I was younger, I never finished any of them because all I did was the system. I made a quest system, then I made a spell system, and then I made like a progression system, right? But as soon as everything worked and I was about to start making the actual game, I got bored and quit. And that just happened over and over again. I have way more fun doing the actual systems than completing something or using the systems that I make to create something. And that's also why I like story creation so much. I spoke about that in, I think, the second to last video, about how I watched an interview about a guy who has made the same map for I don't know how many years, and he talked about how it was important to have a lifelong project. And I started to create a fantasy world, as I told you. I think my voice went out when I was talking about that. Quite a funny moment, but that kind of ties in with the making of a system. But how are you with that? Please let me know. Are you a type of guy that enjoys making something out of something that already exists, or a guy that loves to make the framework? George R. R. Martin's divided those two groups. The guy who made Game of Thrones, right? He divided those two groups into architects or gardeners. Or that might be something else. But I think that is what it was talking about. I might be mixing it up. Gardener plants a seed and sees where it goes, while the architect builds it from the ground up. Nah, that's something different. Never mind. I'm mixing it up. This lumber house is quite big. I went insane with it. I can also sleep. I forgot. There we go. Yeah, just a little house. Nothing big, nothing of great importance. I should put on some logs on the other side to make it feel more like an actual... That looks okay. If we had sideways logs, we could actually do the... I think you know what I mean. When you put a rail over it, right? But yeah, let's continue the journey. We have the little Lambiak house here. Man-made forest that isn't grown yet, of course. This will take a long time, but I don't think I want to AFK here. So I will need to do that at another point. But let's continue the journey. Let's see where we end up next. I have some other ideas on the way. Got some clay there. Very nice. Still, I think we might have a use for it in future builds, but there is nothing right now that I can think of that would make sense to have bricks in, right? Because we're in a Viking-inspired type of area right now, so no real bricklaying here. I want to build a little bit of a totem here or something. This is a very cool spot. Yeah, this is where the spikes were. Yeah, I really like it. We could do just a small thing, just for storytelling. Nothing, nothing crazy. Lonk. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Looks a bit weird though. Should maybe be... Yeah, I don't know. It's something, I guess. Something weird. Sure, why not? It's a little totem. Whatever. Might be the lumberjack that built it one day when he was bored, you know. Hello, sheep. Thanks for the wool. Wool. My voice today is special. Quite dark and raspy for some reason, and I don't know why. Might have to drink some tea here in a while. Feels kind of wrong for the cold to be like that, no? A bit strange. The winter terrain in these old versions is just so calming. I really love winter in real life too, though, so... I like every season, I've come to realize. When you... Growing up is realizing every season is beautiful. Whoa, that's weird. It's just one level above the lake. That's very strange. But yeah, like... summer is beautiful because it's warm and nice, and you can be outside in shorts, and you feel happy, I guess. Spring is beautiful because the flowers are coming out, and you will feel the warm breeze for the first time in what feels like forever. Winter is beautiful because there's snow. You can go skiing. And autumn is beautiful because there are leaves on the ground, and the color palette is very cozy, I guess. God damn. There's one pumpkin here. The pumpkin patches in this world has been very strange. It might be this version which is just completely broken. Might be. Ooh, I kind of like this though. Kinda nice. I think the snow actually ends here, if I'm not mistaken. 1,200 blocks. Yeah, and the other direction was 1,700. I think so. This might actually be it. It took like 20 minutes to walk here. I guess I stopped and built at the Lambiax thing though, so maybe not. But like the distance in these older versions are so much longer compared to modern. 1,200, you can fly that with an Elytra within like what, 30 seconds? And here it takes, I guess, 10 times as long at least. It's very nice. Makes the world feel bigger, right? Which isn't a bad thing, it's a great thing. Snow is done, I guess. Winter is over. This is quite a cute spot, right? With the ocean thing, but there is some ice there, which I will be annoyed at. That is very strange. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I like this though. And it's exactly on the 0. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, this could truly be something, right? You can build on the... I really like this spot, actually. Yeah, I really like this. Not that thing. I can remove that, but the hills and or mountains, I guess you could call them. I really like it. Let's go up here and see how it looks. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Oh, we got a forest fire as well, I think. And this is old fire, so that will definitely burn down every tree it goes into contact with. It's just crazy. But, oh yeah, man. Hell yeah. I really like this spot. This will be our next project site. I just have to figure out, should I tell you? God damn, the fire is spreading quick. Look at that shit. I don't think I will tell you what it is just yet, though. I guess we have a thumbnail here. That's actually quite scary. It will spread everywhere, as I said. But the this spot is very nice, and we can have a little small harbor here to connect to the Viking village. There might honestly be a waterway all the way to it. It's just ice that has to be dug up. So that for the storytelling I'm talking about, of course, because we will use the tram. Yeah, look, it just cleared out that whole area. But this is a very nice spot. I will definitely be building here. It's on minus, but I will only be on surface for this, so we might get started today instead of the minecart thing. I have to think about that. It would be nice to have the minecart thing ready to go, obviously, because yeah, look, it just cleared out this whole area. Crazy. Still spreading over there. I still, yeah, burned the pig up. Poor thing. Yeah, all of these were trees, by the way. Yeah, that's crazy. It's still spreading. Holy crap. Yeah, like fire in this version is not to be messed with. This is insane. Holy shit. I mean, none of the screenshots I'm taking is quite scary, but yeah, when you look at it like this, it's just completely clear out this whole area. That's crazy. And it's still going. Yeah, just look at this, man. But yeah, I will definitely build here on that side though. So I'm guessing we will make the entrance go up like that, and you end up on the hillside, I'm guessing. But for now, I should just dig straight down, and I was thinking of maybe digging myself all the way back. That should be at, wait, so not, I think it's 2 blocks in. If I dig at 3, I will be safe. I don't mean down, but to the spawn, because I'm not quite sure how deep in it was. I can't really remember. It could be a lava cave here though, end my life. So we're probably gonna do this now. Yeah, no way, I'm digging straight down. When the Y is getting close to 12, I feel I'm okay. It was 12 though, right? Was it 13? I'm looking at my old videos to try and find like the Y coordinate, but I can't. I don't think I actually checked. I'm just gonna dig at... Man, I can't remember. Should be correct. Yeah, it is. Good. Okay. And this is the lava. Imagine I dug down here instead in one block. Yeah, it would have been quite sad. Oh, I don't have coal. Why didn't I bring torches? Is charcoal in this version? I always forget. If it is, I will smelt some right now. I think it is. Yeah. All right. This is a day later. I realized that I need wood in order to make torches as well. Bro, I was not planning for this in the slightest. What am I doing? Also, my inventory will fill up way too fast. I have 1,400 blocks to mine. Sounds good. The thing is, I kind of want it to be in the middle so that we actually get a railroad before I expand the tunnels out. And I think it's at 3 that I wanted it. Because this is 0, right? This is where I first thought of building it. But then I moved it 1 piece and then I moved it 1 more. So it should be 3. But if I'm wrong and we can't build the rail without moving it later, I'm gonna be a bit annoyed. So hold all your thumbs and fingers for me, please. Let's see if I was correct. I'm not gonna waste my torches on caves, by the way. I just thought there might be some coal up here, but there was not. Of course, we might have to burn some later, but I'm hoping that we will end up with some normal coal, hopefully. But we'll see. There's also a chance my inventory fills up before that happens. And I guess that means we have to throw out stuff. I already have sugarcane, so I don't really need that. Pumpkins is nice because there's only a limited amount of them. You can't grow more. You can grow mushrooms, however, but you obviously don't need the saplings. But I have no mushroom farm yet, and I'm not planning to build one anytime soon either, so I'm gonna keep it for now. Not that there are much use for them, but yeah, someday maybe. I found a guy wrote to me on Discord that had seen me play the modern version of the game, and where I gave some reasons to why I wouldn't play the modern versions of Minecraft anymore. Yeah, here's some coal. Very nice. He wrote to me and told me to check out a mod pack called Raspberry Flavor, which apparently fixes every issue that I talked about and completely removes the end dimension, which to me sounds like an absolute dream, by the way. So I thought that I would check it out. So I will check that out and make a video out of it, most likely. I know that there is a bunch of mods that try to fix Minecraft's inherent issues with the modern versions. I have not checked any one of them out. I'm not really sure why. I did some mod videos, as you may know. I have some on my channel, but I just thought that it wasn't too interesting to play survival at all in the modern versions. But when I look closer at this that this guy suggested to me, it looks quite nice. Of course, I am a peaceful Andy, and that might not be possible for this mod pack, and which is a bit annoying, but I have to check that out closer. It might be possible, who knows. I'm gonna check it out. I saw that there are a bunch of mod packs that are made for peaceful gaming. Somewhere the mobs only spawn under the surface, which I thought was a really cool idea and a very nice way to make it optional. I almost wish that normal Minecraft was like that. I'm not saying that the game would be better or anything, but I would really like to try it out and see how that would feel. Because that would mean on the surface that you are basically in the clear all the time. You don't have to look over your shoulder. Even when it's nighttime, you can just build and roam your cities or whatever unscathed. But as soon as you want to grab resources and go mining, you also have the risk of running into enemies. I think that's how Stardew Valley does it. So that should tell you something about how good of an idea it is. But Yeah, I'm not sure how it would work in Minecraft. I might have to check that out. Yeah, we found a lot of coal here. This shouldn't be an issue now. But I don't think that mod was in raspberry flavored. I just saw another mod pack about it. So I've checked in, a lot of mods packs are called something flavored, raspberry flavored, mocha flavored, or mocha. I don't know how to pronounce it. God damn, so much coal. And I think I should check out those games, honestly, because I've never given them any attempts, because I guess I just thought that it was what do you call it, unsolvable Minecraft's problems, right? That it couldn't be fixed. But if these mod packs are good and worth checking out, I guess it could bring life to the modern versions for me. Especially if it removes the end, dude. Holy shit. No shulkers, no elytras. Goddamn. It's a dream come true, bro. Holy crap. Like, I talk about it over and over again. I just think elytras was such a big mistake. It's such a bad mechanic. But yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna make a video out of it if it's fun enough. I have multiple times attempted to record a video, and after a while realized that it wouldn't be interesting content to watch, I guess, and just stopped. As I'm saying that, I'm playing a very old version that doesn't get a lot of views, but I'm doing that more for my own sake, because that's kind of the balance you have to take, right? If I'm enjoying what I'm doing, then hopefully you are too. That's kind of my thinking about it. And if I'm playing something that I'm not enjoying, then there is no way you're enjoying it too. So that's mostly the reason why I start recording something, check out a mod or whatever, and decide that no, I'm not gonna make a video out of it. I'm surprised we haven't ran into any diamonds yet, by the way. This might become an issue. I don't need to mine more coal now. That just wastes space. I can leave the mushroom, whatever. I have no use for it anyway. But we will need iron for the railroads. I will need to grab you. I went to my parents' house and brought the dog with me. Had some chicken with potatoes, and we had a nice fika afterwards. Apple cake with coffee. Very nice, very good. It's still quite warm here in Sweden, surprisingly. Like the week that's coming up, it's gonna be 24 degrees Celsius, which is 75 Fahrenheit. So for Swedish standards, that's quite warm. I don't know if it is for American standards, but like 24 degrees, that's warm, bro. The Swedish summer, before the heat waves became more common, or sorry, when there is no heat wave, a Swedish summer, it's only 20 degrees Celsius. So that's like what, 68 Fahrenheit, right? That's like the warm Swedish temperature where I live. Not the whole country, obviously. It's way colder up north and a bit warmer south. But where I live, yes, diamonds. But when the heat wave comes, it goes up to 24 degrees Celsius or 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's going to happen now, which is very weird because the temperature now barely reaches 68 Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius, right? During the nights, it's only like 8 degrees Celsius, which is 46 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's cold. Like, that's the night here in Sweden during the summer. I still like to sleep out in the nature, though. I think that you sleep so good when it's cold in the air. Like, the cold air makes it just way better for your sleep. I don't know why. It's also election cycle here in Sweden in September now. So there are so many ads of different parties everywhere. And every single ad is just something that you think, oh, that sounds like good. Like every party's ads is just something that everyone thinks is good, which is so generic. And it doesn't say what they want either. It's like on the football pitches when you're walking by, they set up a sign where it says, "Here the young should play and practice," like stuff like that, right? Like, obviously, what else is there supposed to be here? Like, it's not gonna be a big parking lot. Like, what? And then like the hospital should work is another one. Like, yeah, duh. It doesn't say how they want to do it, or it doesn't say what type of Sweden they want. There's only one party that does that, which is the I guess you could call it conservative party. We for Swedish standards is quite far to the right, and but that's just because every party here is very left leaning. There's only like one party which is not social democratic in its like what do you call it when compared to the world. There's only one party which doesn't have any social democratic influence. Like, sure, the parties on the right on our spectrum still wants lower taxes and whatnot, but like when you compare it to an international standard, it's not even close, bro. It's started to change now with the EU. They have gotten a bit more to the right, and the same goes for the social democratic parties, or the left party, sorry. They've also gone more to the right, or center, I guess, on an international scale, which just makes it feels like there are less options, I guess. Always this the two biggest parties are so close to each other that like you I don't understand. On a political level, they could cooperate. The only reason they don't do it is because of the traditions and what has been before. But they are so close to each other in their ideals and what they want to accomplish with the nation now that they might as well just cooperate. It's so dumb. But I think the second biggest party won't be the second biggest now, because the Conservative Party, as I said, is most likely going to overtake them now. Because they must have gotten sponsored by Israel or something, because their ads are everywhere. It's crazy. It's on the bus sets, it's on the train stations. Like, they have got so much money into their ad campaign when you compare to the other parties. It's crazy. And I obviously will vote for what do you call it? Blanked. I will vote for no candidate. Like, I will vote, but I won't vote for a party. I don't know if that exists in America. But you basically go and vote and show that there is no party that has my ideals or my opinions. And you do that by not voting for any party, but you still vote. Because if you don't vote, it just doesn't count. But if enough people vote for no party, then the well, it just shows like this distrust or whatever in the parties. And that's kind of what I have, because I don't feel that any of the parties are my opinions or whatever. Not even outside of the government, because when you look at like USA, you have two parties there, right? Then you don't have much to choose between. You choose the left or the right, basically. Not really, but and then you get the same shenanigans whatever you vote for, but that's another story. But here in the Riksdag, like parliament, I guess it's called in English. It's 8 parties, right? Which is just crazy. You have a Social Democratic Party, then you have a way more left-leaning Social Democratic Party. Then you have a Social Democratic Party with green politics. Then you have a agrarian party for the farmers, right? And then you have I'm just sorting out what I should throw out here. And then you have a liberal party, which isn't liberal anymore. They used to be, but now they are a budget moderate party, which is the second biggest party. And the moderate party is like how should I say, it's like a center party, I guess. It takes the best of both left and right, Usually, like before over 10 years ago, they were more to the right, more for rich people, the rich people party. But that is not the case anymore. It's very center party now, in the center, right, with ideals from both directions. Then you have a Christian Democratic Party, which is the ideals based upon Christianity. The German biggest party is Christian Democratic, right? And they are very much based off that party. And then the last party is the Sweden Democrats, the Conservative Party, which are the ones that you see ads for everywhere. They were more radical before. They still are for Swedish standards, right? But before they were true, like neo-Nazis, almost. Still democratic, but this like distinction between who's a Swede and who is not, I guess. But which still lives on, by the way. But they used to be even more radical with it before, and they used to throw what do you call it? Beat up people of other ethnicities and stuff like that. They don't do that anymore, of course, but they shifted from the all immigrants and all people of other ethnicities are below us into other ethnicities are just as good as we are, but they don't need to live with us. That's kind of the distinction they made, which I guess is better, but still, yeah. And you think then, since you have 8 choices, that oh my god, you have so many choices. Oh my god, that would influence politics so much. But for some unknown fucking reason, these parties don't cooperate with each other when they are on the opposing side. That makes sense, I guess. But like I said, the center party, the moderates, they and the Social Democrats now are closer than any other party in their politics. It feels like, right? But they just can't cooperate because of their history. The Agrarian Party doesn't want to cooperate with the Sweden Democrats or the Left Party, like the ones that are to the left of the Social Democrats, just because of history. And then the left of the Social Democratic Party, they literally can't cooperate with any other party than the Green Social Democratic one, which I find to be so silly. Like, if you get something and they get something back, wouldn't that be enough? Like, can't you just cooperate? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna talk more about politics, but I just find it so funny that you don't get all of these 8 choices truly. What you choose between is a side. Do you choose the left or the right side? And then depending on what party you pick, that kind of influences what that side does. So right now the right side is leading the country, and because the moderates were the biggest, they get the most influence. And then so it's gonna be an interesting election, because I think the Liberal Party is gonna finally be thrown out now, because they aren't liberal anymore. So makes sense, right? And that means the left will try to form a coalition, but that can't happen because the Agrarian Party can't work together with the Left Party. It's gonna be a shit show. I will love it. I think it will be quite funny to watch from the spectator seat, and then it will probably end up with a re-election or a coalition that doesn't make any sense just because they want power. Love it. I'm starting to run out of space here, like dearly. I guess the wool can go. Sorry for talking about politics, by the way, but I just find it quite funny how it works here, because when I look at other nations, it doesn't. And it's quite a unique situation that has happened with the left-right, because that's a new thing. That wasn't the case before. Like, parties, when there were fewer parties, they could work together in a very different way. You didn't really pick a side, you picked who you wanted to have more influence than the other parties, basically. I tried to look into OpenGL. I think I said that before when I recorded. And dude, it's such a mess. Like game development, I have huge respect for the people that make games. I don't care how shitty your game is. There is a game that it's not shitty, but it's text based. I think it's called War Sim. I'm thinking of buying it. It's very cheap, like $6. But like it's only text, only a story where you are a leader of a kingdom, right? So you're a king or a queen or sultan or whatever, and then you're placed into this world with one of 90 million races that you're commanding as a kingdom. And you do the politics and you do battles and war, and then there's an arena and there's adventure and there's random events. It's like dude, it's such a great game, and it's text based. Seems like such a great. I haven't tried it yet. I really wanna probably buy it and give it a try. I don't think I will put up a video of it here. Maybe I should start a second channel if I wanna record a video out of it. That might be an idea actually, because I play games that are very much not Minecraft. I really like what is it called? Strategy games, simulation games, that type of stuff, right? And especially weird ones that are wacky and not very known. Oh god, I have the block breaking glitch. This happened to me in the I go through every version as well. Oh god, is this gonna continue? No, okay, good. Hey, diamonds, nice. But yeah, I might actually start a second channel. Why not? Where I record simulation games. Oh, strategy games. Why not? If you are interested in that and I decided to start a channel, check the description. I will have a link to that there. I'm probably gonna record a war sim video. I might do a thing where I record what is it called? Like I record myself playing it and reading what it says, but then I throw in pictures that are either painted by someone or AI that just represents what is going on to make the video more interesting. When I read the reviews, it said it was very much close to Crusader Kings 2 in its feel and what's actually going on with the events and everything, which is probably my favorite game of all time. If you haven't played it, it's this, I guess, RPG strategy game where you control a kingdom, but it's more focused on you as a ruler. So you are a bloodline and you try to rule your lands, basically. And then a bunch of stuff happen in events, and you can take over other nations and everything. It's not text-based, by the way. This is like you're seeing a map and your leader portrait and everything. It's made by Paradox, those guys that make map games, basically. And Crusader Kings 2 is so good. Crusader Kings 3 released a couple of years ago, and it's a great game, but it's quite different from the second one. It doesn't feel like it's made for the same audience, and that meant that I wasn't enjoying it as much as the second one. But as I said, it's not a bad game, it's just different and not for me. Dude, this is gonna take forever, by the way. I've mined 500 blocks. I have 1000 to go. Holy crap. Like, imagine walking all this way. Hell no. So yeah, I might do a video on Crusader Kings 2 and then a video on War Sim if I buy it. There's another game called Dominion 6, I think, which seemed... always, one thing, when you see a game on Steam or on YouTube or whatever that looks like it has graphics from the 90s and has very positive reviews on Steam, you know it will be the most diabolical simulation gameplay that you have ever experienced, right? Because when the graphics are super bad, that means the gameplay will be super good. Otherwise, the reviews wouldn't be what they are, right? So when you Dominion 6 literally Like, oh my god, it's such an ugly game. It looks so bad, but it's apparently one of the best war simulation games that exists. It has like 100 different nations that you can play. Ages of Empires has like 24 or something. And that's a game I played a little bit, but very long time ago. And like Civilization 6, how many nations does that have? Depends on the game, I guess, but not 100. That's just absolutely crazy. Like, you can play the Spawns of Cthulhu, if you know what that is, by H.P. Lovecraft. Crazy stuff. Yeah, my inventory is filling up quick here, and I kind of need the cobblestone. It's just that I don't want to... I guess I could make a chest here and pick it up. That would make sense, actually, because I do have wood. Then, because I will need this in the future for builds anyway, right? So let's just leave some stone and everything here. Yes, we can leave the iron as well. I can pick this up when I make the railroad. 1,400. How many stacks is that? Like 10, 20, 30, 25 stacks maybe? 25, 30? How many inventory slots do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost the whole inventory worth of rails. That doesn't include the, what is it called? The boosters, right? So I guess I'm gonna need to bring the iron with me to smelt anyway. Could be a pumpkin there. Guess it could be there. Do we need stairs? No. Let's just keep these guys here. Just for the, just for now, for when I make the rails here. This is such a big project, by the way. Holy crap. But yeah, the same goes for like games like Dwarf Fortress. I think most people have heard about it. The guy made the same game for almost 30 years, right? And the textures didn't exist, right? It was just letters and numbers on the screen flashing in a console. Super crazy. Like, there are no textures whatsoever. And then when he got enough, what do you call it? Like, enough people knew about it, he decided to actually make a version which had textures with it. And that's when I tried the game out. Crazy game. Holy crap. Whenever you play one with little to no textures like that, it's just such a... You know you're in for a wild ride. Let's just say it like that. Because if you want a game with crazy gameplay and good graphics, like both of those balanced, then you will need a big-ass team. Nowadays. Like, if you look at World of Warcraft, for example, if you look at the early screenshots or early gameplay, it doesn't look good. I mean, for the time it was decent, but it wasn't anything revolutionary. If you compare it to other games that released in 2004, right? It was just barely enough to be considered be considered good, I guess. And that really showed on the gameplay side, because the World of Warcraft is obviously one of the biggest games ever for a reason. And even though it looked like it did, although it's very charming, right? And that's a good balance to strike, where if you are a big team and you know you can't spend, you know that you can't spend the most amount of resources or time on what the player will see. It's better to make sure that it's comfy or cute, or like fills the play with emotion. For example, pixel art is a great way to circumvent the fact that you need a lot of resources, right? Because that means you can make it still cute or cool in a way that doesn't require all that much. But if you try to make something great, then it won't be great if you don't take those limitations. That's how I see it. And that's what they did perfectly. So it's very whimsical and this great look, right? But it's objectively not great graphics when you compare it to the games of that time. I hope I made myself clear. I feel sometimes that my language is restricting me when I talk about this stuff, because I can sit there all day and talk about simple stuff and that would be quite easy to understand what I'm saying. But I kind of want to dive into the deeper stuff, and when I do that, my language is almost limiting me. But I think this is good as exercise for me. I will most likely need to work with English-speaking people in the future when I'm done studying anyway, so might as well, right? But yeah, back to that whole Minecraft, but they fixed it thing. If you have a mod pack or whatever that fixes the game that you want me to try out and see what I think about, let me know. I will try raspberry flavored and maybe the mocha flavored as well, because it seems like it does similar things. Or not similar things as raspberry flavor, but it tries to fix Minecraft. That's the most similar thing. Yeah, dude, this tunnel will be crazy long. Like, I've already used up more than 2 diamond pickaxes. I have gotten diamond back for it also. But yeah, oh, even more diamonds. Nice. Just as I was talking about it. Very good. When I dig it out to be as big as I want it to be, this would be crazy. But yeah, I'm not even close to having enough iron to make it the railroad right now, which is a bit concerning. Don't know really what to do with that. I guess I could make an east road, which is like a boat system, but I don't think that would have the same feel. I don't know what to do. Like 6 stacks of iron is enough for 8 stacks of rails. I will need, what did I say? 25 to 30. That means I need 3 crafts of 6. 3 times 6, that's 18. So I need like around 18 stacks of iron. 18. You think I have even remotely close to that? No. So, yeah. Might have to go caving as well. Might just not be enough to use tunnel, but we'll see. I have to check out how much I have when I get back to spawn here. The Viking village. I need a good name for it as well. If you have any idea, let me know. Because I don't right now. Varangia is the Viking-inspired nation that I have in my fantasy world. So I might just call it something like that. Varangia. Oh, even more diamonds. God damn. 30 diamonds. Very good. I was out with a friend, eating hot dog, drinking beer, playing chess, playing pool, taking a walk. Very cool. But I just realize every single time I drink beer, how much it just destroys the stomach, bro. I don't know if it is that I buy shit beer that is not good, or if it's just my stomach. But when I drink wine or spirits, I'm decent. I'm fine. Like I can get a hangover, of course, and alcohol is the same. But the stomach in itself is decent, right? But when I drink beer, brother, holy. But I still buy it for some reason. I think it's because it's the cheapest alternative, I guess. So that just makes it I don't know, I'm just become greedy or something. No, that's not the right word. I try to hold on to the money, try to not waste it, I guess. But I definitely should buy wine or spirits instead. But it was a very fun time. I really like playing chess. Like really, really like. But I just don't do it. I don't know why. I guess I have to invite friends over more. Like playing online against randoms, I don't think is great. It's just not. It's okay. I made an account and played a little bit, and it's fine. But the game really shines when you're eye to eye with a friend, and every move you make or he makes, the other one reacts to, and you're there with a beer in hand or a coffee or whatever, and you're just having a great time. It's the same as playing cards or whatever, right? It's just a good way to hang out with a friend. It's this kind of game that's just enough to keep you concentrated on while you still can hold a conversation, right? And sure, you can try hard and you cannot talk and play, and when situations are dire, that you might need to do that. But overall, it's just a great game to play with friends, bro. I just don't do it enough because most often when you hang out with people, you're never really with one guy, right? You're mostly with more than one. But that ends up just you're not gonna end up playing chess, right? I guess you could though. With one guy sitting in a corner, just dragging pieces. But I don't think that's something that I would do personally. But yeah, I really need to invite friend over and play chess, bro. Holy crap. You can actually see that it's daytime right now because that's black when it's night. So the clock is technically useless because when you... Oh, that's too small, sorry. If you're normal or far, you can see by the color what... you can also press F, I guess. I guess that's epilepsy warning. Sorry about that, my friend. But the clock is just totally useless that way. As well as the compass because of this. But I talked about that before. Which I saw that Raspberry Flavor, by the way, fixes that there are no coordinates. You have to use a compass. Left it in because it's a debug feature or something. I wrote to my friend that we should play some chess and he's gonna come over in a few hours. There we go. Easy as that. Might give him some wine or something. We'll see. Boys' night, chess and wine. There's so many minerals now. Holy crap. And all of this will be for nothing if I love raspberry flavored. No, I'm kidding. I honestly think that one of two things will happen. Either it's not great and I will continue playing this world, which I think is most likely since it... well, I don't know. It feels like it's a good attempt at making something that is almost impossible to do. That's how I'll say it. Trying to salvage something that is unsalvageable. Trying to polish poop, you know. That sort of stuff. Or the alternative too is that it will be a great experience and I will play it for a little while. But I'll get bored and return to this. I see those two as being the alternatives. My Golden Age Redux videos started to pop off, one of them, which is a bit ironic because I talked about it 2 videos ago that it was no point in continuing because no one was watching them, and then all of a sudden now, like, whoop, it took off. I mean, not the biggest, but still like more than these videos. So that just makes me question YouTube's API even more. Algorithm, sorry, not API. Like, how the fuck does it work, bro? Like, I wish that or I can say it like this. I get that for people like that try to chase trends and do content that doesn't generate an audience that is loyal to you. I guess it must be so stressful, man, to just try and all the time find the latest trend and what works and what doesn't. And oh my god, the video didn't do well. Now the next one has to perform. Like, that must be so stressful. And then when you are a creator that tries to build an audience or has an audience with that are quote unquote loyal, right? It just seems like such more fun time. Although that audience will obviously be smaller, but it's still like it seems to be a way better time that's less stressful. You just get less money, I guess, and less views. Shower thoughts with I just want to grill. Now it feels like I'm mining faster. But I can't be. I'm probably imagining things from mining 1,000 blocks in a straight line. That's a lot of blocks. That's 2,000 blocks to be precise. I'm always fill up another inventory, by the way. Craziness. And here's a cave. Oh, papa, da diamond. And the iron. The issue if I were to do an ETH ifs road as well is that it would be need to be a wider tunnel because it could only go in one direction otherwise. And that obviously doesn't work, which means I had to dig out even more. Do I want to do that? No. So either I have to farm a shitload of iron or dig out the tunnels wider. Or I just build the path and the road networks in the nether. But that just, I don't know, it doesn't seem as much fun. I could leave the tunnels as a like outwalk thing. That is an alternative so that you could, but then why would you ever use that and not go into the nether, I guess. Yeah, I'm going towards maybe pivoting to a nether transport system instead. It seems like the better idea. And then I could do the bug booster and tunnel things in there. Because 1,400 blocks in the nether equals like 200 blocks, less than 200 blocks. Like that's just, I think around a stack of iron. Which is, yeah, nothing for that distance. I guess it will have to be another episode next time. And I am not sure we're gonna have enough time to do Minecraft with chest that I talked about. I wanted to try it out, right? But I have a chess match to play and wine to drink. God, that sounds so posh. But it's really fun, I promise. If you have a friend or grab a family member, just someone that you have fun with. It doesn't matter how good you are at it. Just play chess together. I promise it's a good time. It doesn't matter how good you are, and if it doesn't matter if one is way better than the other. It's just a great time. It truly is. It's the ultimate two people hangout thing to do. It's like the ancient couch split screen gaming, basically. The ancient 1v1 in Modern Warfare 2. Labis lazuli. One stack. Do I need more? Why not? Only 4 though, so I might have to change that out for something else. Why am I crouching? There we go. Like when you hold on a key and press another one, it will bug out and keep holding down that button. Oh, I got it. Look, I'm out walking. I'm not pressing any button. I think that's a Java problem. It's not inherently the game. I think it's just it keeps thinking that you're pressing down that button. I might use this for travel between the tree farm and the Viking village though. Or not tree farm, sorry, lumber area. But we will see. I probably connect it up to the nether anyway, right? It make much more sense. I don't like the nether, bro. I've said it so many times, but there's a reason why I still haven't entered it on this world, right? It just makes the world so much smaller. Like the Elytra, basically. And it's like I don't have to explore ever or go by land. I just jump into the nether and then I go to another city, which is very similar to a subway now that I'm thinking about it. So it would be very similar to this. Yes, and it's the wrong one. Oh, it was too. Fuck! Okay. Yeah, that means I couldn't build a rail here even if I wanted to. So I guess that's the sign to make this in the nether. Bam! Hello, guys. Welcome to my animal farm under the ice, bro. I had more material down in the chests, right? But I know for a fact that I don't have enough iron to do the railroad, even if I wanted to. Down there, right? I still wouldn't have enough. So, dude, I can hear I'm breathing into the mic. I'm so sorry. But that just means that we will have to need to go for the nether. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, as I told you, but it's just not the original plan. And sorry for jumping around, but I am like this, whether I record or not. But this was a decent yield, don't you think? Very happy with that. I'm starting to fill up with chests. I really need a storage room. Hey, since we are doing that in the nether now, this should actually become the storage room now, right? Under the ice at spawn. Perfect. Because there's no point at making storage room on rails either if we won't do it through the overworld. And if we ever do that, by the way, we can just use the rails that I've already dug up. Oh my god, brightness. Holy shit, it was so dark down in the cave. That's it, I think. Great. All right. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm gonna build a storage area down here next time. So, thank you very much for watching, and I love you. Goodbye.